From the home of the Widener Pride, this is WidenerPride.com as we continue our series of preseason interviews for the 2012-2013 winter season. I'm joined by Widener men's basketball coach Chris Caridio. Coach, thank you for joining us.
Derek, thanks for having me.
A little different feel for this year. You lose your top four scorers from last year. One player you do return, Rob McPherson, 8.9 points, 5.2 rebounds a game last year. Talk about him, what he means to the program.
Well, Rob is certainly going to be an anchor for us, being the one guy that started every game for us last year. Came over to us after transferring from Caldwell College. Unfortunately for Rob, he's been battling some injuries in the offseason. Had a minor surgery on his knee. Seems like he's all healed up from that, but now has a little nagging injury preventing him from practicing the last couple days. So we're hoping that we can get Rob healthy for the beginning of the season in a couple weeks. But he's going to be an important anchor for us, like I said, just to kind of solidify our starting lineup. He led the conference in three-point field goal percentage last year, which isn't something that I want him to hang his hat on because I want him to do other things. But he's definitely a big part of what we're trying to do this season.
Another player who's come into his own, Andrew Radamicki at point guard, 5 points, 2.5 assists per game last year. Talk about him. He's matured a lot. What he means to the team.
Well, Andrew is a junior now, and he's healthy. Last season he went to the end of the season, with an injury, and he didn't play the first 6 or 7 games. He came back, and it really wasn't himself until the end of the year when he started playing his best basketball. He's had a full off season of rehab, and now he's healthy. He's a junior, and like I said, we're really relying on him to be a leader for us. He's improved every aspect of his game. He's stronger, those kind of things. So we just need him to think a little bit like the coaching staff on the floor. Play with some poise and kind of understand what we're trying to do from the coach's perspective, and bring it to the floor, because truly that is the most important position at any level of basketball is the point guard. So Andrew knows that. I've had plenty of conversations with him, and he's excited about the opportunity, and as we move forward, I'm sure he's going to have a great season.
Two more players that the Pride are going to look for this year, Bob McCord and Adam Ahern. Adam definitely, stepping up with the graduation of Jack Brennan. Just talk about those two and what they mean to the team.
Well, first, Bob McCord, obviously, he's played a lot of minutes for us over the last couple of years. He's kind of our lunch pail guy. He plays hard every game. He can rebound for us. He finds a way to score. He can advance the ball for us from the 4 spot. He's been a very good leader in practices and for the captain's workouts before we started practices. So we're really relying on Bob too to kind of just give us some time at just about every position he'll play for us this year. So he's important. Adam is important as well. As a senior, he's played in games for us before. He didn't play much last year, but again, with Jack graduating, he's our lone senior up front. He has an opportunity this year to give us a punch in the middle. He can score for sure. He's working on his defense. He's come to practice every day to this point, accepting the fact that he wants to have a good senior year and help us win a conference championship. So both those guys, as a junior and a senior, are vital to us competing for a conference championship this year.
And finally, your overall expectations. Like I said at the top, it's a different look for this team, but you mentioned the key players. Just overall, what are you looking for this season?
Well, we have a lot of new faces. We have 10 new guys in the program with 9 returners. There's been some changeover in my coaching staff, so we're all trying to get to know each other a little bit. It's like a brand new team, but we have talent. But talent doesn't stand alone in any sport. We know that you have to play as a team, and we're taking the first 5 weeks of the preseason to try to establish our team identity and build a little bit of camaraderie and those kind of things. So it's going to take some time. My only hope is that we continue to get better every day, and by the time we get into league play, which this year is a lot earlier than usual, hosting a league game in November is not something that we're used to doing, but we'll do that this year. We're just hoping that by January and February, this team starts to really come together and gel, and we're playing our best basketball. And what that best basketball is for this team, I don't know yet, but I think we can compete for a conference championship. I think the league is very talented from top to bottom. There's 10 teams this year. 5 teams make the conference tournament. So we're just going to keep getting better every day and hope that at the end of the season we're in the conference tournament and we'll go from there.
Well, Widener opens its season on November 16th when it battles Wesley at the Widener University Tip-Off for Autism Awareness. We thank men's basketball coach Chris Caridio for joining us, and we thank you for your support of Widener University Athletics.